He's the Alpha Omega. He's the beginning and end. He's anime Jesus coming in to wait of which animes flopped and which anime went through the goal when it reached the end.
Specifically, like, the endings, you know? Annie's not making a very good, like...
I'm doing a cool Christian joke here, y'all. Just join us here on today's sermon of which anime really whipped it at the end.
Jeez.
Featuring your cool preacher, Annie.
What am I, a church boy? Minty.
Choir boy, whatever.
Choir boy.
And this is FunUntitled, the church that keeps on giving. No, it's the podcast where we say F you to every episode.
God, how do you screw it up?
It's a running joke.
So, at the time of this recording, there's actually a ton of series that's at the end, you know? Like, One Piece is on the last arc.
Black Clover hit its hiatus, but it's gonna get there.
Golden Kamuy had just ended. I'm sure My Academia Vigilante's probably ended by now.
My Hero Academia, it's on its last arc too.
Yeah.
And then there's that one summer where Haikyuu, Demon Slayer, and Promised Neverland all ended at once.
I know, it's like celebrities dying in groups of 3. Holy shit. So we just kind of want to go back and just kind of look at which anime endings did well and didn't do well. Annie wants to pass or fail them. I'll just give them like a 1, 2, 5. 5 being very good, 3 being indifferent, 1 being very bad.
Hey, if we're not here for controversial takes, I don't know why we do this podcast. We can't get viewers' retention if I don't piss some people off.
Which is fine. I mean, do what you want to do.
So we are anime watchers of years of experience. We're only gonna do the endings we know by heart. So meaning we probably watched this ending a lot. Because like long ago, I watched the ending for Trinity Blood and Blood Plus and Hellsing, yada yada. I can't analyze it as a cool dude bro. So that's just not on the list.
It's also most likely an ending that we both know of.
Yeah, we won't talk about Haikyuu because we already know Haikyuu did really well because everyone won't shut up about it.
Fucking 5. Like, the best ending to a series ever.
But I didn't read
Hands
Haikyuu
down.
/ watch Haikyuu yet, so unless you want to hear Minty like rave about it for like hours and hours on end.
I can't tell you how good the fucking Haikyuu ending is. The complete circle that comes to bring it all together, making like a perpetually growing story. It's everything you could ever want in an ending. I guess except Annie, who wants next gen.
Shut up. I mean, I just like seeing, skipping the future just to make sure that these characters' lives are still going. And so that's what Haikyuu did. And I thought it was very realistic. Not everyone became volleyball players.
I know, it's so fun to look at like what they did and like how they're still staying connected. And it's like not even like in the same team. They still like stay connected with like other people. Oh, and the Haikyuu one shot came out and it's so cute. It shows like how like some of them really are moving on with their lives and how like they stay connected. Oh my god.
So we made a list. It has about, I would say, 20 animes. So there's going to be spoilers for like 20 animes. Just, buckle yourself in. Just enjoy the ride.
Like, if the series has ended and you're not there yet and you really want to know the end, I don't know, skip around. We'll say the anime title first, obviously, and then our ratings, and then go into why we gave it that rating. So, first on the list, alphabetical order, is Assassination Classroom. That is a hard 5.
That is, it passes 5 stars. We don't even have to talk about, but we will, because, why'd you guys come here?
I mean, the idea, like, okay, students versus alien teacher. Okay, get to know the alien teacher. Alien teacher is their friend. Alien teacher is super cool. And you think, okay, so they're gonna, like, wuss out in the end and not kill him, right? Because that was the whole goal, which is fine by me because he's a really cool character. But they actually end up killing him, and it's the roll call.
Oh.
And the cake. I mean, fucking heartbreaking. Like, I was so sad when I watched the end of this anime because it's so, it, like, progressively gets better and better, and it's just a clean ending. That's another one that tells you, like, what they do for their future occupation.
Yeah, so what to say, like, it has my time scale. It shows me that everyone's living happy, fulfilled lives afterward.
The fact that he becomes a teacher.
The main dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What's his name? Nagisa?
Nagisa, yeah.
Yeah, he reminds me of Kuroko.
And he looks like Kuroko, but I just think, like, fucking love it. And then, like, he was, like, the teacher for, like, the delinquent kids, and the delinquent kids were like, I'm gonna kill you, and he's like, fucking try me, asshole. And I was like, oh my god, I fucking love the ending of Assassination Classroom. There might be only, like, one other series that has a better ending than Assassination Classroom. We'll get there.
I really do like the fact that Kuro-sensei, even though he died, he did all this to make up for the fact that his lover died, and the lover was supposed to teach this class. At the very end, he's reunited back with the lover.
Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, anyway, then Bleach.
Now, I don't really know Bleach, but I told Minty we have to have Bleach because you have to have the Shonen Jump staples. Like, if you're too young, I will reiterate real fast. There was like a big 3 in Shonen Jump that if you like Shonen, you had to watch these 3 series. And it was Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach.
And technically Dragon Ball, but I feel like Dragon Ball was like a generation earlier.
Yeah. See, Dragon Ball Z got effed over because, you have to read Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z, so people didn't really count it for the new modern big 3.
Oh, we gotta put in an alphabetical list. That's the one that's not on here, written in our note.
Okay.
But okay, if Bleach ended with the Soul Society arc, I would give it like a 4.5. When he's saying goodbye to Rukia and it's like the end of his Soul Reaper powers, it's a nice ending. And it doesn't give out the perpetuating like what happens to Ichigo because, kind of ends his journey, but it's a nice like, this is why the series kind of had to end here. And then the Fullbringers arc and it's like, okay. And then the 1,000-Year War of Blood arc and it's like, I mean, it's cool, but to be fair, Bleach is not a well-written series in general. And then it ended, and I'm a bit indifferent to it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's a 3 for me. I won't pass, or I guess I'll pass it if I had to. Like if you pass with a D, that's still a passing grade.
What kind of Asian are you?
Shut up. I'm just saying, like, it passes as an ending. I'm excited to see. Isn't the manga supposed to keep going? It had that one shot and then it just fizzled out.
I don't know what's happening with that, man.
Right? Like, Bleach keeps getting, like, pushed back, and I'm like...
Bleach is confusing because at first it said, like, oh, it got cancelled, and it said, oh, no, it only got cancelled because Tight Kubo's health went down.
Which I guess is a reoccurring theme in manga, and it's like...
Give these people a break. I don't mind waiting 2 weeks.
I know.
Only 2 weeks.
And they don't get paid very well.
They don't get paid, but that's the sucky part.
I can't believe it.
It's like voice actors, right? Like, oh, we want to do this for a living, but it's very hard to do it for a living.
Yeah. So I give Bleach a 3. Our next series is Code Geass. What to say about any of Code Geass? I think I would give it a 4 if Lelouch was actually dead. But the fact that they kind of copped out and let him live, I give it a 3. It's a very interesting series overall, and it was a good ending. But the cop out with Lelouch's death, and then like I think Cece's still alive in there too. It's like, what the fuck? What was the point of any of this then?
I'm going to give it a pass only because it got the ending that it deserved. It was a subpar series and it got a subpar ending.
I would love to read the manga. I do think the manga has a slightly different plot line. Yeah, I guess for me, like 3 and above is a pass, but 3 is a soft pass. 2 and 1 is fair, and there are gonna definitely be some 2s and 1s.
I think Code Geass, the problem was that we didn't watch these. I only read about them. They had like 2 more movies, I believe, to try make sense of the ending.
Oh yeah, I always meant to watch it, but I never did. Kind of like how Neon Genesis had those movies, right? Then we go into a series that has given Annie some hot obsession. There's 3 of them, but we're only going to talk about Danganronpa 1 because at this point of recording, Game Grumps has only gone over the first game completely from beginning to end, and we did see the anime before the Game Grumps played through.
You did not remember a lick of it though.
No, I only remember that I absolutely hated it, and I give it a 1. Because for it to start off as a bunch of ultimate high schoolers killing each other, trying to get away with it, to end with like it's a huge organization that ended the world, and Annie, you take over. You know the ending better.
I mean, it's just basically Junko, the ultimate despair, is like, hey y'all, you're actually part of a reality TV show where we're broadcasting this, and if you go outside, you're gonna realize that there's nothing left for you. And it's like, oh, but I'm Nayagi. I have hope. So I'm just gonna, say fuck you and go outside and find some hope. And it's like, hey, Danganronpa, work on the cases more. The 4th case really fizzled. And then the 5th case was literally nothing. And you decide to do this bullshit.
I can't believe there's a 2 and 3.
And like, there's no animation. In the last episode of Danganronpa 1, the animation, the last episode is literally just the video game. There's no animation whatsoever. It's just characters going pose to pose. And it's like, what happened? Did we get Neon Genesis? Did your budget get cut?
Oh yeah, a lot of scenery scenes of just like gray buildings or beige.
Fun fact, the creator of Danganronpa had to come out and say, hey, I know there's no anime for the second Danganronpa. I'm putting it on the record. I do not hate these characters. I just no longer want to develop them.
Jeez.
And I was like, develop them for what? You just do a retelling of literally the same story you already told. Also, are you even on the team? Like, I don't know how many manga artists are like, yes, let me work hand in hand with the anime team.
Danganronpa gets a 1.
Yeah, Danganronpa gets a hard 1, but they had we didn't watch Danganronpa 3, but I'm going to say this now without saying any spoilers. That also gets a 1. God, I hate Danganronpa 3. Both the despair and hope arc.
Then Death Note. Death Note's a 5.
It has a pass.
Holy crap, this series is so iconically good.
Oh, the way that Kira gets his comeuppance. This is the best series of having a protagonist you love to hate. Like, you're not really rooting for him, you're just seeing how far this funky man goes.
Oh, and the fact that there's a coat, wow, just wow. That's like an extra level thinking to have. Because Kira always held himself as a god. So it's like, oh, so good.
From beginning to end, the series was very smart.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't particularly like the fact that Kira got like a little lackey man, but I just accept it.
The Black Man's okay. And I know Elle dying was very shocking, but I'm not the biggest fan of, what was it, Nia and Mello?
Yeah, Nia, Mello, and Mello's boyfriend, Matt.
Oh, yeah, I always forget about Matt.
Well, to be fair, he's not an important character. Everyone just kind of clung to him.
Matt and Mello both die, right? And then Nia was like, oh, it was me and Mello who found you out. And it's like, shut the fuck up. But it's a 5. It's such a good series, and it's a good ending. Okay, then we get to something maybe a bit more controversial, because Annie did share with me that Demon Slayers may not have been their favorite ending.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Demon Slayers a barely pass, but still a pass. I thought the last battle with Muzan, like, it was very long. I don't think it was rushed. It just felt kind of anticlimactic.
I would give it a 4. I mean, I really like it. Annie doesn't like a big battle. I like big battles. I like war arcs being the end. Not all series do it well, but that's a different story.
Okay, my problem with the last battle is that...
Wait, are we counting the one with Tanjiro or the one with the Moon Demon? Because I really didn't need the one with Tanjiro.
The Tanjiro versus Muzan?
No, the one with Tanjiro is almost becoming a demon himself for some reason.
Oh, you can count that. I don't really... I'm counting against Tanjiro and all the pillars of fighting Muzan. I count that as the final battle. I don't give a rat's ass about Nezuko saving Tanjiro from Muzan.
Yeah, I didn't care about that either. So, but I liked the battle with Muzan.
My only problem was, like, there's so many battles in KNY, and I feel like the last battle has to be one of the best. But I can say, without a doubt, his battle against Muzan was not good. It was just basically a battle of attrition and them trying to get to Sunwise.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with everything you're saying. Like, we really want that one-on-one battle, because of all the series we're watching, it's always the one-on-one, but this wasn't it, and so it just wasn't as cool.
I mean, it's like the JoJo quote, right? Like, I try not to have people help out in the main character's battle because, like, they're trying to look cool.
Yeah. Also, they never talked about the blue lilies.
Yeah, I think maybe COVID shortened the series a little.
I know. It's just that loose end that gives this ending like a 4 to me.
I'm gonna give it a barely pass because it's not atrociously bad. I just didn't like the ending. I wish, like, this series kind of, like, it was such a great series and then it fizzled out right at the end.
Wow, so sad. Okay, then Dr. Stone. I don't know how many manga readers there are, so you may want to skip ahead a little bit. I would give it a 5.
Oh, really?
Really, it's a strange ending. It's not the ending I thought it was, but to be fair, I didn't even know how this series could end. I think it is somewhat smart. I think it's like, it had to be some kind of fantasy ending, but still kind of in the realm of reality, and I think it did that. And then they're now working on time traveling, which I don't know if it makes complete sense for them to time travel, but, it's just a strange, unique series that it just needed an ending to match its vibes, and I think it did that.
I give it a soft pass only because, like, I can sense the labor of love that they put into this ending. Like, it felt a little bit rushed to me, but it also, if you told me that's exactly what the creator wanted, I would believe you. But I really do believe he ended it maybe a few chapters short, so that way it could end on the perfect day of when it started.
Oh, yeah. Just a nice circle, a nice, like, time...
time travel.
Time travel, oh my god.
How many times are you gonna realize this?
I don't know.
So, it's very soft pass, but I don't know, it was the weakest arc for the last ending.
I get what you're saying, yeah. Like, they usually do, like, a invention arc, then, like, some sort of, like, battle arc, invention arc, battle arc. It was barely a battle arc, to be honest. It was basically one long, continuous invention arc, and there really should have been some kind of battle. I don't know, maybe they could have competed. Maybe Senku could have fought for his right to survive. That could have gone on for another year. I believe it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a 5, like I said.
I think it would have been cool if we introduced a new gun. We brought weapons into this, but we made, like, very generic weapons.
What would kind of been cool is if they made technology that surpassed modern times. Like a hoverboard.
We made a drone.
A drone's already in real life.
Made out of fidget spinners.
Whatever.
Alright, now we've been too lenient with these endings. Time to get really hardcore here.
Oh god.
Alright, I'm gonna keep it short. The fairy tale ending is the most garbage ending I've ever read in my entire effing life. I dedicated 4 years into that damn series, and when I found out how it ended, I was like, hey, Hiro Mishima, don't work on Eden Zero. Take a break. You know, like, consume new media because this was a garbage arc. All the battles was half-assed because you did a fake out death. Don't think I didn't see you, Hiro Mishima, try to get away with no deaths because you didn't want Natsu to be blamed for any of their deaths, and then you made the weakest villains. You gotta have good villains, Hiro Mishima. You can't introduce Acnologia and say he's the strongest being on the entire planet, and then we defeat him in about 5 chapters. Because for shit,
5 is generous.
I mean, you took like 10 chapters to get there, so I'm like trying to put in that. Like, oh my god, I get it, Hiro Mishima. I get we have the power of friendship. We didn't have to see the power of friendship 3 separate occasions in slightly different forms.
I would give it a 2. I like a war arc. I like a lot of battles, but the battles were whack.
I give it a hard fail. Like, I will give, if I'm going your standard, I will give it a 1. Like, someone was out there was like, we're too hard on the fairy tale ending. No, Monstre. As someone who lives and breathed fairy tale once upon a time, we do not shit on it enough. Like, anyone who thinks Acnologia was a good character can suck my nads.
Acnologia had like no role, no personality. It was always this legend, but it came and it left.
I love how in the second movie, Hiro Mishima promised to build on Acnologia's past or the reason why he hates dragons. And we see one after credit scene of him coming being like, oh my god, did the dragons kill someone? Oh, fucking hate dragons.
Anyways, moving on, because otherwise Danny would talk forever about this. And we already had an episode on Fairy Tail's ending. Food Wars. Okay, if they ended with Central Arc, I would maybe give it like a 4.5. I love Central Arc. I like that it ended with their win. I like the whole tournament of regiment. But when they had the Blue Arc introduced, it was like a 2. Blue Arc is so terrible. It's a shitty arc. It doesn't do anything that the original did. I mean, I know the artist gotta make them money, but fuck, man, do something else. Don't continue Food Wars. They had a one shot that was pretty cute though, but other than that, god, Food Wars and the Blue Arc is just so terrible.
But I mean, Food Wars is hard because what do you consider the true ending? The writer, where he ended it, or where the artist ended it?
No matter what, it's whatever's presented.
Alright. I guess technically Fairy Tail's not ended then. But we have 100 Year Quest.
Technically, 100 Year Quest feels like a spin-off though, if you're gonna give it a name. Like, I feel like, oh yeah, we didn't talk about Dragon Ball, which we were supposed to, because I didn't write it down. Because Dragon Ball's ending is different from Z, which is different from GT, which we wouldn't rank because we didn't see GT that much. We've seen like snippets. And then Super hasn't ended. So I feel like Fairy Tail and the 100 Year Quest are like, you know, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball's ending, 5. Dragon Ball Z, 4. I didn't care for the Blue Arc, but the fight between Goku and Piccolo is so amazing. It's so good. I do like the Goku versus Jackie Chun though. That was probably my favorite ending.
Is that ending?
Not ending, but it's like the end of the tournament fight, because it's the 3 major battles in Dragon Ball is like,
bah, not part of our podcast then. We'll talk about that during the Dragon Ball episode.
I want to watch that series. I've seen it as a kid, but you know, to actually watch it now as an adult, it's gonna be a totally different experience.
Moving on, because we always spent too long, and I think that might be my fault. Why did you put Fate Stay Night?
Fate Zero had a freaking awesome ending. It explained what Stay Night was. I give Zero like a 5. Stay Night was like a 2. I hate that ending, but I do love the twist of Shiro being, oh god, was he Archer?
Yeah, I think wait, what's he? Yeah, he was Archer. He had the swords.
Yeah, but he was technically Archer.
Yes.
I love that fucking I think that's one of the best anime twists in the entire world.
Kind of weird how he turned PLC though.
He's tan.
Oh,
it's different. Although I will admit, I haven't seen all of Attack on Titan, and I'm sure Attack on Titan has some pretty good twists in its thing.
I don't know why we're comparing Fate Stay with Attack on Titan.
I'm just in twist form, so that's just what I think. You've seen it. What do you think?
I give Zero a pass. I don't remember that well. I was just really sad that the white-haired girl died. And then Stay Night, as much as I love that twist, there's nothing else interesting about Unlimited Blade Works.
Sure, yeah. All the good things within Zero.
So I give that a fail because, like, my mind wasn't as blown, I guess.
That's fair.
Okay, this is going on a little bit longer. I blame Minty because they talked about Haikyuu.
Excuse you.
So we will end the anime sermon today. Jesus will come back in 3 days or a week, depending on the schedule. I don't know. And with that, we say that's not the end. Oh, but this is the end of this episode. Nailed it.